Hello, my sweet and precious students. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're following along at home, Saxon 87, the second edition, we are on lesson 16. Guys, today we are talking about the absolutely absurd U.S. customary system for measurement. And I say absurd because it does not follow the metric system, which everywhere else in the world uses. And the metric system is much more logical and intuitive. But we are what we are, so we've got these that we have to memorize. So as I said, memorize. You heard that part, right? On page 83 on your book at home, there's this lovely units of lengths chart. Guys, in my class, you need to be writing this in your notes for your videos, right? This is where you do all your notes and your practice problems. I want you to write those down and so that you have them, okay? The other one is on the next page, units of liquid measure. Units of liquid measure, okay? It's a good idea to memorize these, but even I forget sometimes, so it's not the end of the world if you don't know. Basically what that's saying is the smallest unit of measure that we usually use are inches, right? We've got 12 inches in a foot. 12 inches in a foot looks like this, right? Looks like that guy. Conveniently, funny. So then we have, this is a foot, right? The next one that we have is a yard. Golden retriever hair. This is a yardstick. Let's see if I can get the whole thing in there. Oh, there's dog hair everywhere. This is a yardstick, right? And this has 3 feet in it. So if it has 3 feet, if there are 12 inches in a foot and there are 3 feet in a yard, that means we have to take 12 and multiply it 1, 2, 3 times to get 36 inches in a yardstick. Okay? Now, there are a certain number of yards in a mile. I don't know what it is. It's right here, 1760. You don't really need to memorize that. What you do need to memorize are 5280 feet in a mile. 5280, 5,280 feet in a mile. I can't wait to talk about the metric system because it's base 10 and it's so much more intuitive. Okay, now for the liquid measure, I could never remember this, and I had a 6th grader, she's now an 8th grader, show me this lovely trick because I couldn't remember, right? So it is called the gallon man. Gallon man looks like this. There is a gallon, right? Inside our gallon, we have 4 quarts. 4 quarts. So 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. Guys, inside our quarts, we have a pint. It's a pint. Pint, which means now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pints in a gallon. 8 pints in a gallon. And then in each pint, I never do this right. Let me erase these guys here. So we got this pint. I feel like if you say it like that, it's bigger. Then we've got cup. 2 cups in a pint, guys. Cup. Pint. Cup. Pint. Cup. Pint. You get the idea. I don't gotta make that sound. That's apparently annoying my dogs. Okay, so this is our gallon man. I don't even know why it's a man, to be honest, now that I'm looking at it. I have no idea. Maybe if we draw some feet on it. Oh, it's gallon chicken. Gallon chicken. You guys, I shouldn't be allowed to teach. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little beak. Is that a nose or a beak? I don't know. But anyway, gallon man. Gallon, 1 gallon. 4 quarts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pints, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cups. So this is kind of a little nifty way of remembering it, especially if you have a test and you don't have it in front of you, you can draw it all out, right? The other one is Celsius to Fahrenheit. And actually, I don't think you have to convert that in any of these. So we're gonna talk about these. So let's go back and using the chart or the gallon man that you have written in your notes, we can talk about these. Example number 2 says, 1 yard is how many inches? 1 yard is, well, we know that 1 yard equals 3 feet, right? And there are 12 inches in each foot. So we're gonna multiply that by inches. I'm actually gonna show you how to do unit conversions because I think this is a much easier way of doing it than what they're trying to teach you. So guys, we have 1 yard to how many inches? Well, 1 yard like this. We're gonna put it over 1. we're allowed to multiply anything by 1, right? 17 times 1 is 1. 17. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. If we have something in the top of a denominator, top of a fraction in the numerator, or in the bottom a denominator, you can cancel those guys out, right? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move a yard here, okay? We're going from yards to inches, so we need to go down. So from yards to feet, okay? This yard, so there is 1 yard in 3 feet, 1 yard in 3 feet. These guys cancel out, bam. But we don't want feet, we want inches, so we're gonna put feet here so that these guys will cancel out, and I want inches here. In 1 foot, there are 12 inches. So you see along the top, I have 1 times 3 times 12, so basically 3 times 12 inches, right? Over, on the bottom, I just have 1 times 1 times 1, so I don't even have to have anything on the bottom. 3 times 12 is 36 inches. These are called unit conversions. If you can just do it in your head, like, hey, I know that there's 12 inches in a foot, and then there's 3 feet in a yard, then that's fine too, but because we'll be doing more unit conversions later on this semester, but that's kind of what is gonna end up happening. Okay, so example number 1, what is the load capacity in pounds of a half-ton pickup truck? Oh, I totally skipped over that. Oh, units of weight. All the way at the bottom of page 82. It doesn't even fit in my camera. Oh, here. All the way at the bottom of page 82. These guys are right there. 16 ounces in a pound, 2,000 pounds in a ton. 2,000 pounds. So a half ton pickup is half of a ton, which is, a ton is 1,000, or is 2,000. So a half ton equals 1,000 pounds. That's a good symbol for pounds or number or hashtag. Hashtag teacher's awesome. Okay, example number 3 says a mountain bike is how many feet long? It's a good idea to be able to estimate, right? I'm 6 feet tall. You're probably about 4 to 5 feet tall. I don't even know. I'm terrible about height. Anybody under like 5'9" is short because I don't really know. So you could be like 5'1" and 5'8", and you would be the same height to me. So that's really dreadful. I'm terrible about estimating heights, lengths, distances, things like that, but it is a good idea to have that skill. So what I always do is envision myself, can I lay down next to something? I'm 6 feet tall, I can lay down next to a mountain bike, and I'm probably gonna be longer than the bike. So I'd say a mountain bike is about 5 to 6 feet tall, somewhere right in there, right? So it's a good way of measuring, estimating. And it's a good idea to have a ballpark figure on that. People use football fields. I don't understand like how to, like, oh, it's 3 football fields long. That doesn't mean anything to me. So you got to kind of like put it into things that you know. Okay, so for example number 4, Steve always drinks at least 8 cups of water a day. How many quarts is that, right? Well, if you look at that chart, we've got, there are 2 cups in 1 pint, right? And then there are 2 pints in 1 quart, right? So he drinks 8 cups of water a day. So if there are 2 cups in a pint, actually a good way to look at this would be, there are 2 cups in 1 pint. This is a ratio, right? 8 cups in how many pints? Well, 2 times 4 gives us 8. So I'm gonna do it on the bottom. So there's 4 pints in a cup, but we don't want pints, we want quarts. So we look back at our chart and we're like, oh, hey, there are 2 pints in 1 quart. Do you see me looking down at the chart? I've been doing this for like 15 years and I still am paranoid that I'm gonna get these wrong. So I totally understand. I doubt I'll ever force you to memorize them, but it is a good idea because other teachers will. So 2 pints in 1 quart, this is our key, right? But we want 4 pints, well, 4 pints. And notice I'm matching pints and pints here. 2 times 2 gives us 4, and I gotta do it on the bottom, so it's gonna be 2 quarts. 2 quarts, so that's a different way of doing it with that unit, without using that unit conversions, right? Okay, so so Fahrenheit, this is another dumb one. I don't know why we do this, but we're the only country, I think there's like 1 other country that uses Fahrenheit. Everybody else uses Celsius. There's this complex formula, and I can't remember it. It's like 5/9, and then it's like 30 Fahrenheit minus 32. Don't quote me on that, equals Celsius. Don't quote me on that though, because I'm not sure. I gotta go back and look it up. But anyway, there's a complex formula. Just learn what the formulas are. Like here, as you can see on this guy, boiling water is at 212 degrees and freezing water is at 32 degrees. So 32 degrees Fahrenheit freezes 200, that was terrible. 212 degrees Fahrenheit, water boils, right? So just learn that in Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius, it freezes. 100 degrees it boils. I gotta double check that. Sorry, I don't know how to edit videos. Hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah, I was right. It's 100 degrees. I had to ask my husband. Like, he saw the look of panic on my face. So it is 100 degrees. And of course it's 100 degrees because that's a normal number, right? It's not 212 and 32. Those are not normal numbers. Okay, so example number 5, you can look at that. How many Fahrenheit degrees are between freezing and boiling temperatures? Well, we take 212, we minus 32, we get 180 degrees. There are 180 degrees between boiling water and freezing water. All right, guys, now is a good time to pause the video, do your practice. I'm on page 84. Do your practice A, B through F, and when you're done, come on back. All right, guys, thank you so much. Come on back. So a tall man may be over how many yards tall? Well, here's my yardstick. Y'all can see, look at, I'm gonna turn this around. You're gonna get the full view. Look at, I can even do this, watch. Fancy. All right, you're gonna get this. Okay, this is my classroom. Even, and I'm totally knocking things over. Okay, so, this is a yardstick, right? It's kind of displays. Oh, you guys will find out that I wear sweatpants when I record videos. Okay, so I'm lazy. I don't want to actually put on real pants. Okay, so if we have this guy though, and you can't really see it, I'm tall. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm 5'11", whatever. And 6 feet is 2 yards, right? So you can see that there's 1 yardstick, then another yardstick, right? 1 yardstick, then another. So I would say it would be a good answer for that one would be. And we read the problem again. It says, a tall man may be over how many yards tall? I would say over 2 yards tall. 2 yards tall. Or if you're a tall woman like me, welcome to my life. It's fantastic. I love being tall. Okay, you can see, look, I don't just drink Coke in class, guys. I drink it at home too. Okay, so so that was it. 2 yards. Let me put my yardstick down. Start bringing it to class, waving it around, like, ah. I don't think people do that anymore. Okay, so let's see about this guy right here. Okay, and look at that fancy transition where it's like smooth. Okay, looking at B, how many quarts is a half gallon? How many quarts is a half gallon? Well, guys, there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon, right? How many is in 1/2 of a gallon? Well, if I cut 1 in half, I get half. So I'm gonna cut this in half, I get 2 quarts. 2 quarts, that was a G. 2 quarts. That was B, by the way. Okay, so for C, when Chad was born, he weighed 8 pounds, 7 ounces. 8 pounds, 7 ounces. Is that weight closer to 8 pounds or closer to 9? Well, we know that there are 16 ounces in a pound, right? 16 ounces in a pound. So that means the halfway point would be 8, right? This is under 8, so I would say it's closer to 8 pounds than 9. All right, so for D, simplify 3, this is D, 3/8 inch plus 5/8 inch. Good. We know our denominator is going to be 8, right? So the top part, 3 plus 5 gives us 8. Guys, 8 over 8, that's just 1 inch. 1 inch, like that, like that, okay? That was D. Let's look at E. 32 degrees Fahrenheit plus 180 Fahrenheit. Well, we know we just did this in the example, right? We get 212 Fahrenheit. That is the boiling point of water. Boiling point of water. F. 3 feet plus 4 feet. Guys, do all the garbage inside your parentheses first. We get 7 feet. So 2 times 7 feet gives us 14 feet. 14 feet. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, great work, and I will see you in our next class. Thanks, guys.